Well, see, concept.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Freeman, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
A crisp October evening. A stadium filled with fans. A pass through. A journey completed. State of euphoria? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Your game day soundtrack is game time. Lancer fans, are you looking for a way to support LaVille Athletics? Join the Lancer Booster Club. All proceeds directly benefit LaVille boys and girls athletic teams. See a Lancer Booster Club member for more information. We back our Lancers.
LaVille Lancer football is back on the air. The Class 2A number 10 ranked LaVille Lancers conclude a 3-game homestand tonight as the Winamac Warriors pay a visit right here in Lakeville to Lancer Field. Last week, Aiden Doyle tossed a pair of touchdown passes to Andrew Dill in a crushing 36-14 Hoosier North Athletic Conference loss to then Class 2A number 8 ranked Pioneer. Doyle was 15 of 28, one interception and 2 TD passes. Dill had 8 catches for 126 yards. Winamac got on the winning track last week, defeating North White 62-24. Winamac started the season with 14 sophomores to be position-wise, so it's a young squad. Many did have starting experience last year as freshmen. The Warriors have 5 seniors who are crucial leaders to a younger Winamac high school players. In the final 6 games last year, Winamac compiled a 4-2 record with then freshman quarterback Russell Compton running the controls. In those 6 games, Compton completed 58% of his passes for 1,307 yards and 13 touchdowns. Considering how Compton ended last season, the Warriors could open up their offense a little bit more this season. We'll see that tonight. Look for Winamac to play up-tempo, move quicker on offense with possibly some run-pass option, and look to move the ball more up and down the field. Tonight, it's Hoosier North Athletic Conference football. It's a terrific night for IHSAA week number 4 high school football here from Lancer Field. LaVille leads this all-time series 4-1, including 4-0 in the regular season. Good evening and welcome to LVH1. I'm Scot Shearer. Tonight, I'm joined by Alexis Albarado for the broadcast. Tonight's game is brought to you by Union North United School Corporation and LVH1. We're going to take a quick timeout, a 1-minute break, and come back and break down tonight's battle as Winamac and LaVille get set for a crucial HNAC matchup. You're listening and watching LaVille Lancer football on LVH1. 1 minute. Oh, yeah.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Good evening once again. Welcome to Lancer Field. It's Hoosier North Athletic Conference action tonight. High school football week number 4 already, nearing the midway point of the Indiana high school football season here in 2019. And you know, the weather today, we had a little rain this morning. It's cleared off nicely now. There's one of those, I would call them fair weather clouds that are kind of mixed in with that wispy blue in the background. Scot Shearer along with Alexis Albarado. And tonight it's Winamac visiting the LaVille Lancers. LaVille last week, number 7 against then ranked number 8 in the state Pioneer. What a great game. Panthers took advantage and executed a little bit better with their game plan than what we did. We did a great job. LaVille did a great job of moving the football, getting inside the end zone. Had a turnover, an interception at the goal line, and we lost the ball 3 times on downs in the second half. Otherwise, that 36-14 score would have been much, much different than what it is completely ended up being. It was 36-14. Alexis, welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. On one hand, on the other hand, I wish you were playing on the field. Tell us a little bit about the injury, what happened, and then kind of where you're at.
All right, it all started Wednesday, Pioneer Week. I just went into rec sports, one of my classes. We play games every day, and I was participating in my class, and we were playing ultimate frisbee, and I just went up for a normal catch. I just came down, and my kneecap just came out of place, and it was dislocated.
Okay.
And so Gary popped it back in place. I went to the doctors. They said I didn't need x-rays or anything, and I could start physical therapy, and Gary is able to clear me whenever he thinks I'm ready. And I spent all week last week, or all week this week, doing physical therapy with Gary. And as of right now, he thinks I should be able to play for Castle.
All right. That's awesome. That's awesome news. The good thing is, the good sign is we have here in our school corporation, and there are a lot of school corporations that do have this, but there are still some that do not have an athletic trainer. And Gary is capable of doing and performing, physical therapy, occupational therapy, those kinds of things, to help our student athletes out no matter what sport they play. The other good thing about it is we have a doctor that stops by, once a week to take a look at maybe something that might be dinged up that trainer Gary Hall thinks might need a different peek at, a little bit more attention than what Gary would be able to do. And then if we need to move further, he can. And obviously, we've been able to do that with you, so it's nice to have you here. Talk a little bit about the prep week here. What's it been like for Winamac prep week? How'd practice go this week? And what's the feel for tonight?
Practice was all physical last week. We came off a tough loss from Pioneer, and so coaches, they don't want us to lose anymore, so they made us practice hard and physical this week. We had quite a bit of conditioning. I was out there watching them, cheering them on, and I think we should be able to come out and play physical, play fast, hard, and we should be able to come out with a W today.
Okay, talk about maybe what do we know about Winamac? I know a little bit. You guys know a little bit more because you've watched some film, been able to watch film on them. Are they going to be that up-tempo? They have that sophomore quarterback. Talk a little bit about what you're aware of.
On film, they definitely looked a little bit up-tempo than last year. They got some big physical guys up front. Definitely had the line working on that, working with bigger guys. They're all around a good school, big physical guys.
Tonight we have a special...
All right, tonight we actually have a special presentation here where we have the class of 1969 that is in attendance at the game tonight. 50 years ago. Holy moly. So what a great opportunity to see some of these fellas here tonight.
Graduated from the new LaVille High School with 100.
I'm going to take a peek at my notes here. Some interesting facts about this class. They were the first freshman class here at LaVille. They were the first class that competed all 4 years at LaVille and graduated from LaVille. Members of this class here tonight played football on this football field when it was brand new their junior and senior year. They also scored the first touchdown on this field. They won the first game on this field. They won the first homecoming game in school history. This class had the best and last homecoming bonfire ever. Members of this class who are here tonight were in the LaVille marching band on the football field when it was brand new. This LaVille class here, when LaVille won the Bi-County basketball tournament in 1969 for the second year in a row in 1969. And they were also here when LaVille won the sectional in 1968. The wrestling team saw Joe Mumm to the semifinals in the sectional at South Bend. The track team won the second consecutive Lancer Relays. In 1969, LaVille was accredited in the North Central Association of Secondary Schools, and their great memories include the first LaVille proms, which were held at LaVille in 1968 and 1969. Class members are gathering for dinner and their reunion celebration tomorrow night at Christo's. To the class of 1969, congratulations and thanks to those fellas for coming back and sharing a little bit with us, and they're going to actually present the game ball.
Doyle, Dale Kramer, Greg Freehoff, Randy Stoner, and Joe Mumm.
So there are 5 guys that are out there that are presenting game ball tonight for tonight's game.
A nice round of applause.
So what a special opportunity. You think about this now. Those guys graduated, so they were probably around 18 years old. So if you throw 50 onto that, 50th year reunion kind of a deal. Most of these guys in their upper 60s or so.
Yeah.
You know, probably around 67, 68, maybe a 69-year-old out there, depending on, you know, when kids are actually enrolled in school and that kind of thing. So, how cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Other HNAC games going on tonight. Bremen looking for their first victory of the season. Alexis is at Triton tonight. Bremen is 0-3, Triton 2-1. Who do you got in that game?
They're both great schools. I'd probably go for Bremen. Bremen's really looking for that first W of the season.
All right. Culver Community is at West Central tonight. The Cavs are 1-2. West Central's 3-0. Do you have a pick on that one?
I think Culver.
Okay.
When we played them, they seemed more physical.
All right. North Judson is 2-1 at Knox, 3-0 tonight. You have a pick in that one?
Knox. Knox is a big physical school. I can see Knox winning that one.
All right. And Pioneer 2-1 at Caston, 0-3.
Pioneer.
You think it's safe for us to say maybe?
Yeah,
Pioneer? Maybe?
maybe.
I don't know. Just checking, see what his thoughts were on that process. And then with this game. Winamac 1-2. They win big last week at North White, and they're playing here at Lancer Field against, I think, a good Lancer squad, a good offensive team, a good defensive team. We're 2-1. Had our opportunities last week to end that Pioneer 31 consecutive HNAC game winning streak. You know, just once again, we talked about execution and turnovers was a little bit of difference. I'm going to put my pick out there, and then I'll let you put yours. I'm saying Lancers tonight, okay? What are you thinking?
I'm Lancers.
Attaboy. I figured that's exactly the direction he was going to head. We're about 6.5 minutes away from kickoff. Take a look at the Hoosier North Athletic Conference standings tonight. 3 schools undefeated: Knox, North Judson, and Pioneer all 2-0. LaVille and Triton tied right there for 4th place at 1-1. Then tied for 6th place would be Culver Community, this Winamac team, and Caston, all 0-2. Winamac and Caston have yet to score in the 2 HNAC games that they have to play. So once again, our games tonight: Bremen at Triton, Culver at West Central, North Judson's playing at Knox, Pioneer at Caston, and Winamac is right here at LaVille. Other games around the area. Some of these games, including some some NLC and some NIC games. Warsaw at Memorial. South Bend St. Joe is at New Prairie. South Bend Clay is at South Bend Washington. South Bend Adams is at Mishawaka. North Ridge is at Plymouth. Marion at South Bend Riley. John Glenn, just down the road from us here, is at Jimtown. Goshen is at Northwood. Concord is at Wawasee. Cincinnati St. Xavier is at Penn. And Benton Harbor, Michigan is at Elkhart Central. Well, as we begin to look at this team tonight and look at this ball game tonight, what do you think 2 keys are? Let's talk with an offensive key, and then I'll ask you about a key on defense. But offensively, what do you think is important? What has Coach Hostrauser really tried to establish with you guys and drill in? Guys, this really is important this week.
Execution. That definitely played a big part at last week when we lost. And so this week they wanted to make sure we were executing everything close to perfectly, if not perfectly.
And what about on the defensive side?
Defense, just play fast and physical like we always do. We definitely worked, open field tackling. That played a big part as well against Pioneer. I know we had a couple shots where we could turn over the balls on downs, and we just missed tackles.
There were times last week where, you know, we felt in the first half especially, you know, when we were driving, it was very impressive. As we drove down the field, scored on that first possession, it was kind of, you know, they got the ball, we forced them to punt. And I think they were taken back by that. I think they were back on their heels because I think they thought that they were going to just kind of run down the field on us, and we stopped them. We forced them to punt. They forced us to punt. Then we forced them into a second punt. And our second series, that's when we began to move the ball. And, you know, in the hands of Betcher and of Dill and of Watts and of Robbie Pope and Aiden Doyle tossed into that mix. Those guys with that offensive line just kind of slowly and meticulously move the ball down the field, and then that's when we end up scoring on that 35-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah.
What do we call that route? What's that route called to Andrew Dill? Come on, you know that. You're an offensive man. I know you do. What do you guys call that? That's just a fly route, or is this just a post route? Or?
I think it's just a post route.
Just a post route. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't told to play when I was down there, so I'm not exactly 100% sure.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. I mean, I figure being on the offensive line, you get a lot more to handle anyway. You got a lot more to worry about. But nonetheless, the Lancers were able to go down the field, and then They were able to answer. They did not have a kicker. Ended up being 22-7 to end the first half. We got the ball then in the first half, and 99% of our plays in the first half were run. Then in the second half, we began to open things up and started passing the ball a little bit more.
I think Pioneer wasn't just expecting us to pass. We prefer to run the ball first, but if we have to, we will go out there and pass. And Dill, he's one of our best receivers we have out there. We also got Robbie, Colby, Jimmy
Fisher.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then our offensive line, I feel like they don't get enough credit.
Oh, absolutely. I try to give them guys love. I was never an offensive lineman, but I try to give them love.
Yeah, they definitely did a good job blocking. Pioneer has some big physical guys as well, so they definitely did a good job blocking all of them.
And Pioneer changed things up on us. They put 6 guys in the box, and they said, you know what, you're not going to run on us.
Yeah, and that's when we switched up to passing, which allowed us to drive down the field a lot faster and score more.
Absolutely. So then in the second half, we come out and we score in the opening series. It's a 22-7 ball game. It then becomes 22-14. Things are looking good. And then, man, we kind of stub our toe, we get an interception at the end zone. And then what ends up happening is we lose the ball on downs as we're getting into the ball game. But I'm telling you what, our boys fought. They stuck in there. I never saw any quit in the team at all, and I think not being inside the locker room after the game, but that's one of those losses that you just kind of hurt from.
Yeah, it really does hurt because it was the first loss of the season, and we definitely did want to go undefeated, and we definitely all felt that we were a lot more physical than them. It was just execution that we needed. We just needed to execute more. I believe that we had like 3 drives in the end zone, and that
red zone,
my bad.
Yep, you're good.
We couldn't finish. That's what it was. And I think if we definitely did, that would have been a different ball game.
Totally agree with you, Alexis. Scott Shearer along with Alexis Albarado, and we're just waiting now, I think, for maybe the clock. We're getting ready right now. Just waiting for everybody to get in the field as we are waiting our national anthem.
As we honor America by the playing of our national anthem.
Royal Regiment under the direction of Mr. Nicholas Lito, performing our national anthem tonight, and it's Scott Shearer along with Alexis Albarado. Alexis, we're hoping going to be back in action during the casting game, I think you said.
Yes, sir.
That would be awesome to see. We are getting ready now for tonight's kickoff as we have windows open. The weather is wonderful. Last week, Mother Nature just preferred us not to be dry. Tonight, she wants us to be dry.
Oh, yes.
So we're going to enjoy this and throw a little starting lineups at us tonight. Our starting lineups tonight brought to you by Union North United School Corporation. Starting on offense for Winamac, their quarterback, as we said, Russell Compton. Their tailback is Trent Fox. Their fullback is Gabe Townsend. Their tight end, their receivers, tight end is Hayden Clark. Their flanker is Braden Lynch. Their split end is Jaron Hutton. Actually, maybe that's Heaton, I believe. And then the linemen, Alexis will love this. Showing the love to the offensive linemen for Winamac tonight, doesn't matter what side you're from, if it's Winamac or LaVille, but nonetheless, the tackles tonight for Winamac: Logan Schultz and Coy Field. The guards tonight are Kyle Olds and Jackson Rodebush, and Dakota Podell is the center tonight. For the LaVille Lancers, opening on offense tonight, opening on defense tonight, our cornerbacks are Jimmy Fisher and Connor Mangus. Our safeties, Colby Watts and Leighton Zarnecki. Our linebackers tonight are Evan Betcher and James Betcher, along with Trent Brooks and Robbie Pope. And then our linemen. Defensive tackles, Jacob Hominick, Tyler Student, and our nose tackle is Jake Martin. We're ready for some football. What just happened? Flip went on. The flip happened. While I was doing the announcements, what happened? We get the ball or we kick it?
Oh, we are kicking. So
we are kicking.
We are starting on defense as it is right now.
So we'll have a kickoff here, and then we're going to have some HNAC football. The guy that was up here the last couple of weeks, arm in a sling, Nathan Watts, he's down on the field, and we're hoping he's going to be able to come back soon as well. He wanted to be on the field tonight because he thought, you know what, I think I'm going to be back next week. I want to be a part of this. And so Alexis very generously agreed to pop up and sit in this seat. It's a hot seat. I can't keep people in it. I got Steve Cox in here. I've got Hudson Doyle in here. I've got the boss and the professor, Wayne Thomas, in this seat. I got you in that seat. That's like a hot seat over here, buddy.
It is.
It is. All right, Leighton Zarnecki out there getting ready to kick things off tonight for the LaVille Lancers. Deep 4. You get my roster out here, big dude. Deep for Winamac. Yep.
Trent Fox.
Trent Fox is real deep. It's a different kind of setup here in their return. They have 5 guys 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, and then they go 2, and then there's 1, 2, and then 1 Fox back at about the 6-yard line. This one's a squibbler. This one's going to be picked up at about the 18-yard line to the 25 and going to get tackled at about the 30-yard line.
That's James
Looks
Betcher.
like, yes, James Betcher, first man there. So the Winamac Warriors are going to start things off. Good coverage by the kickoff team.
Ball be at the Winamac 30-yard line. 1st and 10 Warriors.
1st and 10 for Winamac. Ball at the 30. All right. Thanks for having us along on LVH1. Just getting started here. Week number 4, Indiana High School football. Ball was thrown and caught. The intended receiver out there is Braden Lynch. Caught on the near sideline out to the 45-yard line, and that's going to be a passing first down.
Tackle by Leighton Zarnecki. Ball be at the Winamac 45-yard line. 1st and 10.
It's a 15-yard game, Alexis. 1st and 10, ball on the 45-yard line.
That was a good first pass to come out.
Well, here's that up-tempo style. Sun right in our face. Compton hands the ball off. Gets by one man, but can't get by that initial surge that pushed him, stretched that line of scrimmage out and pushed him toward the near sideline.
Yeah, I believe that was Jacob Hominick and James Betcher.
Okay.
Pick up a 1 on the play.
2nd down and 9. Ball on the 46.
46-yard line.
Once that sun goes below those trees, Big Cat, we're going to be able to see all right. So what are we playing tonight, big guy, defensively? Is that our typical 34 defense? 3-4?
Yeah, 3-4.
Okay.
We definitely moved some players this week. James was on the line last week. He's playing linebacker this week. Robbie's playing outside linebacker instead of middle backer like he always does.
Okay. Oh, there's a jump, there's a whistle, and that's going to be offsides on us. Unless there was some movement prior to. Yep, offsides on LaVille. That's a 5-yard penalty, so that's going to make it 2nd and 4 at the LaVille 49.
You know, Coach Osterhauser won't be happy about that.
Nope.
Offside against the Lancers, 5-yard penalty.
What do you think? I'm going to ask your opinion on this. In high school football, if you're an offensive lineman like you are, is there one down that's a little bit more difficult to play than another? Are passing downs harder to play than running downs? We'll get that in just a minute. Ball is passed short. Intended receiver out there was number 20, Jared Heaton. So what do you think? Is it passing or running? What's harder to block?
It's definitely running because everybody's moving towards the ball, and so you got to get there at an angle and definitely start blocking. While passing, what we do is it's called big on big, so it's you watch your inside gap and don't let anybody come through.
Okay. Interesting perspective from an offensive lineman. 3rd down and 4, ball at the LaVille 49-yard line. 10 minutes, 41 seconds to go. Ball handed off immediately. Fox, and he's hit right away.
James Betcher right there.
Ben Fox on the carry, tackled by James Betcher.
He actually lost a couple back to the Winamac side of the 49. Loss of 2, 4th down and 6, punting down for Winamac.
Ball on the
Colby Watts standing back between the 20 and the 25. He keeps backpedaling. Looks like he's going to stop at about the 20. 10-12, clock is rolling. Lancers going to get their first opportunity here. Ball is low, picked up on the scoop. They kick away from him, and the ball bounces inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line, maybe the 8. And so LaVille will start shop. 9:59 to go in the first quarter inside their own 10-yard line.
That was actually a pretty good pump by Winamac.
Ball's dead at the Lancer 8, 1st and 10 LaVille.
So that's a 41-yard punt for Winamac, setting us up 1st and 10 at our own 8-yard line. Once again, the Lancer offense out there tonight. We'll hit that here momentarily. We talked about the defense. Talk about the offensive starters here in a moment. Aiden Doyle, shotgun formation, handoff to Watts. Watts tries the right side, trying to get around the corner and not able to break away. And so he's going to actually lose a couple. It'll set up 2nd and long.
Tackle by Braden Lynch. Loss of 2 on the
And about the 6-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 12.
Ball on the Lancer 6-yard line.
Lancer offense. Quarterback Aiden Doyle. Running back Evan Betcher. The fullback is Robbie Pope. The wingback is Colby Watts. Tight end. That's going to be Jimmy Fisher. Wide receiver is Andrew Dill. We'll get the lineman here after this play. Doyle. Handoff again. Trying to go up the middle. And that's going to be maybe to the back line of scrimmage. It's going to set up 3rd down and 10.
Watts on the carry.
So Watts on the carry.
Pick up a 2 on the play. 3rd down and 10.
So we're back to the original line of scrimmage at the 8. Maybe an equipment issue. So now we'll talk about that offensive line that Alexis is just, I tell you what, he talks very highly about these guys, but you know what? These guys are all brothers. They're all brothers not only on the team, but this offensive line, they're all brothers because they stick together, they play together, they block, together, they do things and try to create openings for that offensive line. And they're back to the line as soon as I start talking about them. Play action, nope. Running, left side, up the middle, real near a 1st down. Was that Andrew Dill?
No, that was Robbie Pope.
That was Robbie Pope. He runs hard. I like how Robbie runs.
He's a big physical dude. He just runs downhill. And he picks up a 1st down.
So he picks up 11 big yards and a rushing 1st down. Let's get to those offensive guys. The tackles, Jacob Hominick and Jake Martin. Our guards, Garrett Wagner and A.J. Bedock. In our center, taking Alexis' spot is James Betcher. So 1st and 10. Lancers move the chains. 8:10 to go here. Clock is rolling. 1st and 10 for the Lancers at the 19-yard line. Man in motion. Doyle, option, running, pitch. This side hit immediately and pulled out of bounds. And that's going to be Colby Watts on the carry. He picks up 3. 2nd and 7.
Pick up a 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7. Ball on the Lancers 22-yard line.
11 minutes and 33 seconds to go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Doyle on the carry.
Doyle on the carry for the Lancers, and he gets pushed back to about the 19-yard line. Gets pushed back to the 19.
At the Lancer 19-yard line.
So we're at 3rd and 10 now.
Third down and 10.
Just pursuit that time. They just got a good push, did Winamac. It's just a passing down. We'll see. Ran on 3rd and long last time. Looks over the middle. Got his man Jimmy Fisher at the 35-yard line. A passing first down for the LaVille Lancers.
Pass complete to Jimmy Fisher. Tackle by Jaden Terry.
That's a 16-yard pickup. That's just a quick little fake and a little
tight end pop pass real quick.
There we go. And that's a great call by our offensive coordinator, Coach Tim Davis, down there. I think a little surprise party because last time it was 3rd and long we ran. I think they were thinking pass. So maybe they were thinking, okay, what are we going to get this time? And the middle was wide open.
You know, that's what Coach Davis does a great job. He definitely switches it up. Has defense guessing what we're going to do.
Doyle hands it to Pope. Pope 35 to the 36-yard line. He might pick up one. We'll get Pope one on that one. 2nd down and 9. LaVille Lancers last week, very impressive in their first drive. You know what, and just right now, as I said earlier tonight about last week's first drive, just kind of meticulously move the ball down the field. Mixture of a lot of different running formations at you, a lot of different guys running at you. Doyle, fake handoff to Colby. Going over the middle, caught by Connor Mangus, and that's going to be a Lancer first down.
Pass complete to Connor Mangus.
Ball's at the 47.
Tackle by Sean Pratt.
Give him 9 yards. 3rd first down in the series.
7-yard line.
Lancers working on more than 4 minutes with the ball. And you know, the more you keep it and the less they have it, the less chance they have to score.
Yeah.
You know, that's a pretty simple fact of the matter. Doyle, play action, looking. Got his man, Jimmy Fisher makes another great catch. This one gets upended at the Winamac 40-yard line and another first down.
Fisher, tackle by Keith Dell.
13-yard gain.
Will be at the Winamac 40-yard line.
So 1st and 10. I like this. And you know, you look at the plays here, you know, you've got that nice mixture. So far, we've got 3 passes, and you got 5 runs. Actually, 5 runs and 3 passes. So a good mixture as we continue to move the football down the field. Doyle back again, throwing to the sideline. That looked like Andrew Dill.
That was.
Did he catch it?
Yeah.
He did at the 35-yard line, so a 5-yard gain.
It's complete to Andrew Dill, tackle by Braden Lynch.
2nd down and 5.
Pick up a 5 on the play.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Ball at the Winamac 35-yard line. 2nd down and 5.
Something that's been very impressive, I've thought, is, you know, this is our 3rd game in our homestand, our 4th week of the season that we're playing, and, you know, it's all about next man up. You know, you've gotten hurt. You know, we've had guys get hurt, and you know what? We have guys that have been able to step in, so it's nice to been able to have a little bit of depth. Here's a run coming to the near side that looked like Robbie Pope, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Robbie Pope on the carry.
The numbers sometimes for LaVille are hard to read. It's a black uniform. The inside part of the numeral is black. The outside has a white and blue trim, and so it's very hard to see sometimes, especially when you're talking about 21, 23, 22, 24.
3rd down and 2.
So we're at the 32-yard line. 3rd and 2. 3-yard gain. Clock continues to roll nearing the 3:30 mark. Receiver to each side of the field. Play action. Doyle keeps it himself. That looked like a design run. Inside the 20. Gets around the corner to the 10. To the 5, and he's going to go in for a Lancer touchdown. Aiden Doyle for 32 yards and a LaVille touchdown to put the Lancers on the board.
Ooh, there's a flag down on the field.
Okay. Holding against LaVille. So he gets credit up to the 16 for the run. So he's going to get a 16-yard carry. And then they're going to assess the penalty, which is still going to end up being a first down. Because with the play and the penalty, there's still enough yardage for the first down. So it's a rushing first down, a 10-yard penalty.
26-yard line, first and 10.
Okay, so first and 10 at the 26. It's interesting in high school where the penalty is actually assessed from where it occurred. So all that yardage is credited to whoever gets the yardage, but then it goes back from there. So what was a 32-yard touchdown run now is first and 10 at the 26. Doyle, handoff. Dill trying to break it around the outside. Clears the left side. Goes to the 21-yard line, 22. Depends on where he's going to stop. I think he's at the 22.
Yeah. Pushed out of bounds by Kale Passeri.
So gain of 4, second and 6.
Ball at the Winamac 22-yard line, second down and 6.
Winamac has been able to stretch out that line of scrimmage to really avoid us from getting really too far around that corner and breaking the edge.
Yeah, they have.
Doyle at quarterback. Dill the far side. Connor Mangus to the near side. Single man in the backfield with Doyle. Play action. Betcher blocks. Doyle goes down at about the 24-yard line. Going to be a loss of 2.
Tackle for Winamac.
Third and 8. That was almost like a little chip block, and Doyle just didn't have enough time to get the ball off. He was looking to the near side. He was looking for Mangus.
Yeah.
So third and 8 at the 24. Clock continues to roll.
Probably a little delayed blitz on that.
Looked like it came from that far right side. You're right. I would definitely agree with you, Alexis. Great observation. Play action to Betcher. Doyle looking, tucking it, running, gets knocked down short of the 22. It's going to set up fourth down and long for the Lancers.
You going to go for a field goal now?
Kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ball at the 22-yard line, fourth down and 6.
So this is Leighton Zarnecki. Already has 2 field goals on the season. This is going to be a 38-yard attempt. Ball is down. Kick is up.
Looks good.
And the kick is good. Leighton Zarnecki.
You know, while Leighton has a good leg on him, he can definitely take that ball downfield.
Leighton Zarnecki gets the Lancers on the board first with a 38-yard field goal. There's 1:53 to go. We'll take a 30-second timeout back after this on LBH1.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Back to LaVille High School, Lancer Field. Leighton Zarnecki connects on a 38-yard field goal. That drive for the Lancers goes 15 plays, 8 minutes and 6 seconds. Pretty impressive. Looks like Fox is back again deep for the Winamac Warriors. Also back there is Braden Lynch on the near side. And
Zarnecki will kick off for the Lancers.
Clark on the far side for the Winamac Warriors. That's a 3rd field goal this year for Leighton Zarnecki. We don't kick very many field goals. I'm going to have to check and see what the school record is for field goals, because you don't hear very much of that happening. High. This was picked up by Clark. Clark at the 15 to the 25 to the 30, tries to go up the middle by the wall and just runs right into a couple of Lancers. And Winamac is going to set up shop first and 10 at the 37.
Tackle by Colin Allen. Ball at
8 minutes and 6 seconds, 15 plays. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that is.
And as we said, a lot of mix, pass, run. We had a touchdown, a 32-yard touchdown run by Aiden Doyle, called back on a holding penalty. Lancers still turn it into some points. Closing minute and 47 of the first quarter. Compton running the controls for the Winamac Warriors. Handed off to Fox. Fox to the left side. Picks up a lot of yards. Continues to move his feet. Gets into Lancer territory. It looks like a rugby scrum, as you pretty much have 22 ball players in that scrum of the field.
You definitely have the offensive line pushing him from behind, trying to get extra yards.
So that run,
Ball be at the Lancer 42-yard line.
31 yards.
Good hard run by Winamac right there.
Yes, it was. Ball down to the LaVille 42. Let me make sure my math is right. Nope, that's a 21-yard gain. I gave him credit for 10 more yards than what he needed. 21-yard run. Compton, Fox, left side, trying to go behind his lineman.
Ben Fox again on the carry.
Gets a decent amount. About 5.
5, yeah.
Second and 5. Both the 37-yard line. Under a minute now to go. LaVille on top 3-0. Hoosier North Athletic Conference football tonight from Lancer Field, Lakeville, Indiana. Thanks for joining us. Scott Shearer along with Alexis Albarado, man in motion. This is the motion man. The motion man, Clark, ended up getting the football. They even fooled the broadcasters on that one. How about that?
That was a good run.
First and 10. Ball at the 30 will give him 7. Clock rolling down. We are going to have to run another play. The play clock is down to 16 and the game clock is down to 19. Compton. Fox, left side, tries the corner, breaks a tackle, gets around and picks up a couple of yards, and that's going to be the last play of the quarter. We finished one quarter here play at Lancer Field. It is LaVille 3 and Winamac nothing. You're listening to LaVille Lancer football and watching on LVH1.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
Back to Lancer Field, Lakeville, Indiana. Scott here along with Alexis Albarado and the entire team of students that are running the cameras, pushing the buttons, twisting the knobs, keeping us on the air tonight here on LVH1. Thanks a lot to all of our students. We're going to give a shout out to those folks that are here working so hard, and we appreciate them very much. Man in motion. This is a little pitch back to a new back in the backfield.
Townsend on the carry.
Townsend on the carry.
That looked like Evan Betcher was in there.
Okay.
Tackled by Connor Mangus.
So Gabe Townsend, 6-foot senior, buck 93.
Third down and 9.
And so he loses 3 back to the 30. So that's going to set up 3rd and long. So we'll see how Compton and the Warriors come out here. It is a passing down. He drops the football. Here's the pursuit. He picks it up and tries to run with it and runs right into about 2 or 3 Lancers.
On the carry.
So Townsend had nothing to do but just pick up the football.
24-17.
Tackle by Evan Betcher and
That was a good snap. He just dropped the ball.
Lost back to
Almost looked like he just looked up, peeked up, just a little bit too soon. So ball's back at the 32. So the Lancers, that's a tackle for loss. 4th down and 12. And it looks like they are sent. It looks like it was an equipment issue, maybe with Logan Schultz. So they're going to send him off and send on Bo Brandt into the lineup on that offensive line. Punting formation for the Winamac Warriors. 10:55, clock is rolling. There's the snap. Steps up, boots it, kicks it away. Ball bounces once again inside the 10, inside the 5, and dies just like a chip shot in golf. You know, hits the turf.
Yeah.
Picks up a little backspin, and then kind of rolls inside the 5, and we're going to get the football at the 3.
Ball be at the
3 or the 2? Where's he setting it down at?
Looks
I think
like
he's got the 2. So a 30-yard punt for Winamac, and the Lancers will set up shop. 1st and 10 at their own 2. Well, we've started at our 8. Now we're starting at our own 2. So you know what? We'll just run another 8 or 9 minutes off the clock and see what happens. Doyle under center. Handoff. That looks like Pope. Pope tries to get out near the 5.
Tackle by Fox.
Gain of about, what are we going to give him?
2 yards.
We're going to give him 2 yards to the 4.
Ball on the 4-yard line.
Ball's real near the 5. I'm going to give him 3. Ball's actually crossed the 4 just short of the 5. So second down and 7 from the 5, just short of the 5. They've officially called it the 4 on the board. Oh, now we have a whistle. And we've killed the clock. Do we have a substitution issue, an equipment issue? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I count 11 players on the field.
I think it was just a chin strap, wasn't strapped up.
Okay, there we go. Equipment failure. Ball handed off. Tough to see who that was.
That was Evan Betcher.
Betch, okay. Betcher with the football and the carry. Gets out to about the 7. Yep, ball on the 7, we'll give him a couple. 3rd down and 5.
Ball at the 7-yard line. 3rd down.
So the Lancers, once again, just, you know, taking their time. They're not in any hurry. It's about ball control. That seems to be the point of emphasis right now. Ball control. We've already scored our points. We just keep running the ball.
Yeah. Definitely trying to kill time off the clock right now.
Motion man. It's going to be the Wildcat with Dill. Dill tries to break around the outside, loses the football, and there's a scrum for the football. And they're saying Winamac has recovered at the 10-yard line.
On the play. Recovered by Winamac.
So a break for the Winamac Warriors as they have come up with a fumble. The Lancers trying to run Wildcat. They pick up 3 yards, and so Winamac is set up 1st down and 10 at their 11-yard line.
At the 11-yard line, 1st and 10 Winamac.
So now this is where you have to tighten your chin straps just a little bit more, Alexis.
Yeah.
And you dig down real deep right now, and you go, you know what, that's okay. Ball handed off to, is that Fox again, gets inside the 10. Oh, this is 45, I'm sorry, not 35. So this is Brandt on the carry. 35, 45, 28, set, hut. Right?
Ball on the Lancer 8-yard line.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Would you be surprised to see a little pass here?
I would not. I would actually go for it right now, for a little pass right now.
Compton, handoff. 45 again. With the carry is Brandt.
Brandt on the carry.
Brandt just kind of lowers the shoulders and gets inside the 5 to the 4. So gain of 4, 3rd down and 3. Boy, it's real close to the 3.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's tough to tell until the official actually puts the football down. So 3rd and 2 from the 3. Actually just outside the 3.
3rd down and 3.
Compton running the controls for the Winamac Warriors. There's that pass high and long, and it is incomplete. A little hand fighting going on down there, but nothing major. So that's going to set up 4th down and 3 from the 4-yard line.
Pass intended to Duke. That's incomplete.
Looks like Winamac's going to go for it.
I would.
Mangus on the coverage for the Lancers.
Once again, time for the Lancer D to step up. Yep. And this is a situation, as the Lancer defense, you're going, man, it's 1st and goal at the 10. You know, we're going to step up, but this is a situation that you wanted for them. Yeah. We don't want them getting in the end zone. So if we can keep them out of the end zone right here on downs, that's a great win for this Lancer defense. Yeah. Compton. Once again, shotgun formation, high snap, rolling out, looking in trouble, nowhere to go.
Robbie Pope there on the
Robbie Pope is the man.
You know, we have a little saying, bend but don't break.
Robbie Pope.
Yep.
We got, what is it? Hope is hope.
Put your hope in Pope. Is that what it is? So Robbie Pope brings down Townsend at the 15-yard line, a 12-yard sack. And the Lancer defense gets her done.
15-yard line.
Bend but don't break.
Absolutely. First down and 10, ball at the 15. Doyle looking down the middle, and it's picked off. Picked off by number 6, Keith Dell. Dell back, and he gets clobbered.
That was Robbie.
Out of bounds, and Pope knocks him out of bounds, but the interception sets up Winamac 1st and 10 in the red zone again.
Run out of bounds by Robbie Pope. Ball be at the, Ball's at the Lancer 13-yard line.
So 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
7:27 to go, and the Lancer D is going to be asked to step up again. Just waiting back there was Keith Dell, and he read that right away. Ball handed off to Fox. Fox tries to get around the outside, nothing doing. He actually might have lost a yard.
Fox on the carry.
See where they mark him.
Looks like he gained about a yard.
Actually, he's back to the 14. So he lost a yard. So 2nd and 11. And once again, the Lancers, very similar to Winamac's defense, not wanting to give up the edge, not wanting, they're stretching everything out, not wanting them to get around and get into the secondary. 2nd and 11, 6:52 to go, clock rolling. 2nd and 11 from the 14-yard line. Winamac with 2 turnovers now in the game. There's a little quick pop pass. This one is completed. A spin move down there by Braden Lynch. And that's going to get him down to the 5-yard line.
Tackle by Connor Mangus. Ball be at the Lancer 5-yard line.
3rd down.
3rd down and 2.
2. Gain of 9. That was a big play and a big spin. A nice athletic move down there by Lynch, who simply just hit his man and spun away from him and picked up 4 extra yards. 6 minutes on the clock. Ball handed off, and he's not going to get much at all. If he got to the 5, I don't think he did.
I think he lost a yard.
You're right, I think he did lose a yard. So the Lancers putting Winamac in 4th down situation again. So that's a loss of a yard. So the ball's at the 6, but they can get a 1st down.
4th down and 3.
I'm looking. Is it just inside the 4 or is it at the 3? It's hard to tell where the down marker is on the far side. If this is a long 3, a short 3. There's Townsend. That clock, play clock running down inside of 5. Snap. Handoff. No way. Ran right into a wall. On downs again.
On the carry for Winamac.
So 4th down and 3 at the 6. And they try Bo Brandt, Martin and Brooks there for the Lancers, and we get the football back at our own 5-yard line. That's, you know, we talked about the defense coming in, and I told you that I thought our defense was pretty darn good, and they have stiffened twice tonight. Fake handoff. Reverse. Dill breaks it around the left side. Up to the 20, the 25, to the 30-yard line. Actually, that was the 26-yard line where he was knocked out of bounds. So a nice read, and that gets us out of deep in our own territory. You give Andrew Dill the ball, and you give him some daylight, and he can make moves and flat out run you.
Oh, yeah.
25-yard line, 1st and 10.
Just give him a little opening, and he's going to take it all day.
Rushing 1st down, 1st and 10 on the Lancer 25-yard line. Big play for the LaVille Lancers. Single receiver to the far side. Doyle, shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Handoff to
Colby
Watts. Watts to the 30, gets a tackle at the 35, cuts back up to the 40, and spins up near the 45-yard line, and another rushing 1st down for the LaVille Lancers.
So you got 19 yards off that run.
Tackle by Clark and Schultz.
So a nice chunk of change. It's nice when you have weapons. Dill for 20 big yards. Colby Watts with 19 huge yards. 1st down and 10, LaVille 44-yard line. Stick one in here right before the half. Doyle fakes it, keeps it himself, left side, gets a block, 50, 45, high stepping, 40, gets pushed out of bounds inside the 35-yard line.
Carry. Pushed out of bounds by Caceres.
So the Winamac 33-yard line?
Yes.
So 17 and 6 is 23 at the school I went to, so there's another 20-plus run. 23 yards and a rushing 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Single receivers to each side of the field. Snap. Doyle hands the ball off to...
I believe that's Evan.
That is Evan Betcher. Betcher gets inside the 30 to the 25. So a nice piece of running there by Evan Betcher. 2nd and short. I think he got 9. Nope, they're giving him the 1st down. They're calling it to the 23, 1st down and 10. So 4 straight runs and 4 straight double-digit gains. 10 yards being the least amount.
Right now, everybody's just executing pretty good.
4 runs, 4 1st downs, ball at the 23. Doyle. Action. Watts gets a football, gets around the left side after cutting back up, dives near the pylon before he's pushed out of bounds.
Looks right at the 2-yard line.
So 5 runs, 5 1st downs, and another run of double digits at the 2. So 21-yard gain.
2-yard line, 1st and goal, Lancers.
So 1st and goal from the 2 with 3:42 to go in the 1st quarter. Lancers up 3-0 and attempting and threatening to put up 6 more. Snap. Ball kept by Doyle, trying to get around the outside, looking for a block, ducks his head, gets down near the pylon, hands her up for a touchdown. Aiden Doyle dives in from 2, and the Lancers take a 9-0 lead.
Aiden Doyle on the carry for the Lancers, and a touchdown.
Now, is that read option, or do you think that's called? Is that called?
That was a call.
That's a call, okay. I should say run. It's kind of like RPO, run pass option. But it did not look like an option play because I didn't see the trail guy. So he either looked to pass or he was going to duck it and keep it, kept it, got in the end zone, ball is down, Leighton Zarnecki, kick is up, and the kick is good.
10-0 ball game.
Leighton Zarnecki tacks on the 10th point. It's 3:33 to go here before halftime. We'll take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to LaVille Lancer football and watching on LVH1.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to LaVille High School. Leighton Zarnecki put the ball on the tee. We're ready to roll from the 40-yard line after Leighton tacked on the 10th point of the game following Aiden Doyle's 2-yard dive to the pylon. Lancers on top 10-0. Winamac going to get the ball back. This ball's kicked, and this ball is kicked well. That is his 10th touchback of the season. So a nice job setting him up first down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Once again, his 10th touchback of the season. And that's exactly what college coaches are looking for in kickers. And Leighton has the ability. He continues to work at his kicking game. I know he went to kicking camp last year. His range has gotten better, and his accuracy has gotten better. And you can tell.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely a confident kicker when he goes out there.
First and 10 from the 20. Here's the snap. Looking, Compton over the middle, overthrows his intended receiver, Braden Lynch, at about the 35-yard line. So it's going to set up second down and 10. Well, if you're Winamac, Alexis, man, two chances to score. You know, and you went for it on downs at fourth down, and you go for it, lose the ball on downs. You know, that's like a punch in the gut.
Yeah. Execution.
Yep. Townsend looking, gets it out to the far side. Looks like caught out there by Hayden Clark. Ball is caught by Clark. He's short. About the 26-yard line. We'll give him 6. So third down and 4. 3 minutes and rolling. Stick around at halftime. The band will be playing. We're going to recognize our junior football league team tonight. We also have mini cheer camp going on today here, so it's a very busy Friday at LaVille High School. Play action, Compton going for the long ball. Turning around is Dill, and no flags as Dill tried to turn to play the football. Long pass in LaVille territory, falls incomplete. So fourth and punting situation. And this gives the ball back to LaVille, again with lots of time on the clock.
Don't be shocked if they go up fast tempo, straight, after a run straight up to the line, and they're definitely going to try to punch one in right now.
And we're going to get the ball to start the second half. Colby Watts standing at his own, we'll call it the 48-yard line. 2:40 to go. Clock is stopped after the incompleted pass. There's the boot. Once again, kicking away from Colby. They don't want him touching the football. And we're going to down it. We're waiting. They're downing it at the 47-yard line. Okay. So that's a 21-yard punt. First down and 10. So they got the ball at the 3:33 mark. They used 1 minute off the clock. And we have the ball with 2:33 to go. First and 10 from the Winamac 47. Doyle. Looks like he might be changing the play. Doyle at his own 49. Play action. Looking, man wide open. Nice cut upfield. Is that Colby?
Yes.
Colby on the catch. Colby Watts on the catch.
Pass complete to Robbie Pope. Tackle by Clark at the Saracen.
Second down. Nope, first and 10. We give him 10.
37-yard line. First and 10, Lancers.
First and 10. Clock rolls after the chains get set. Nearing the 2-minute mark. Two receivers to each side of the field, man in motion. Now to the near side. Doyle, option, keeps, 35, 30, still running, cuts back up and gets down to about the 29-yard line. Timeout, LaVille.
Aiden Doyle on the carry. Tackle by Townsend and field. Timeout.
So an 8-yard gain. Setting up second down and 2.
All right, we got some winners for the Booster Club games.
Booster Club tonight. Lancer Booster Club held a tailgate party tonight. $5 for, basically we got, I'm trying to look here, we got a burger, pulled pork, or a hot dog, a bag of chips, a cookie, and a bottle of water for $5. That's a pretty good meal.
Yeah.
You know, and I got the burger, and it was pretty darn good. So we appreciate Cindy Good and help me out with Dill's mom's name. I'm drawing a blank.
Me too.
I'll think of it. I know I will. Laura Lynn Dill. Also Angie Metters in that crowd. I'm trying to think here who else was in that mix of ladies that were out there taking good care of us at the Lancer tailgate party tonight. Good food, good times, great night for a ball game. 1:55 to go. Lancers on top 10-0. Doyle brings his men to the line of scrimmage. Snap, back, pass, caught.
Pass is complete.
But Jimmy Fisher caught that.
Fish, and now, see, here's the thing I don't get. He went to the ground, was already down, and the defender landed on top of him when he was already down. He didn't have to touch him or tackle him or anything, because in high school, once your knees hit or another part of that body, like the elbow, you're considered down. Man, I would have thought that would have been a flag, but nonetheless, going for it all. Doyle to Dill at the end of at the back of the end zone.
Just overthrew him just by a little.
Dill is incomplete. Second down and 10.
So incomplete. We've seen that play before. Back part of the end zone. Second and 10 from the 25. I like that. I like when we're going for it like that. Good aggressive play call by offensive coordinator Tim Davis. Buck 33 to go. Doyle looking again. Man's open over the middle. No, he was covered. Picks it up. Now a little touch pass. Caught on the far side. Looked like Colby Watts.
Yes.
That's going to be another first down. Watts. Colby Watts.
Complete to Colby Watts.
15-yard gain. And another first down.
10-yard line.
So first and, well, actually,
First and 10.
it must be short of the 10 because they actually have the 10-yard markers out there still. So it must be just outside the 10. This one's at his feet, and Doyle just alertly just falls on top of it, doesn't try to pick it up. We'll play and live another down.
Yeah.
And the Lancers will use their second time out of the quarter. 58 seconds to go, and that one snapped just a little low. And the ball is down at the 22-yard line. So ball's at the 21-yard line. So second down and 21. on the low snap. Now you being a center, and working that ball like you do, sometimes you can feel pressure by the movement in front of you. Sometimes you can be a little distracted. I mean, it takes a lot to be a center.
Yeah.
I mean, I was defending you and James like crazy last week. That's not an easy job to play. You're worried about getting hit.
No, you definitely got to look at backers. You got to see what they're moving. You got to see the front 3-4 guys where they're moving. Then you got to remember the count.
We talked about a lot of responsibility in that position. Second 21. Doyle looking, pumping, going, found his man. It's a drop ball at the 10. Third and 21.
Dill just turned his head upfield and not secured the ball.
Pass intended to Dill is incomplete. Third down and 10.
Third down and 21 from the 21. And Dill knew it too. You know, he knew he had the room, he had the space, because he found the opening in the little bit of a hole that was near the digits on the near side of the field. 53 seconds to go. Third down. Got to get to the goal line. Doyle scrambling, looks for a block, gets hit at the knees, goes forward, and goes out of bounds, and there's a penalty flag, and that's going to be a late hit out of bounds on the quarterback.
That is just unnecessary.
So Doyle's going to get to the 11, and then it's going to go half the distance to the goal line.
And then wouldn't it also make it...
And it's going to make it an automatic first down. What are we calling here? What are we doing? Dead ball, personal foul. Yep. Okay. So Doyle gets 10 on the run. We're going to go up to about the 6, half the distance to the goal line. So it's going to be first and goal at the 6. So personal foul on Winamac. How is that not an automatic first down? Boy. Now, wait a minute. See, the official on the far side is waving. Now, see, to me, that's personal foul. That should be an automatic first down.
Yeah.
It should be first and goal. They're not signaling first down. Our coaching staff's not arguing, so... Wow, okay. All right. I guess I didn't know my rule was as good as I thought I knew my rule.
I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Hillshauser tries to have a word with them.
Well, and yeah, he's calling timeout, and he's walking out there, and I don't think he has indications to talk to the team. I think he has indications to talk to the official. Well, I guess I'm wrong on that one. He's standing in the middle of the boys.
Yeah, I also thought it should have been a first down.
Okay, so here's the situation. We had 3rd and 21 at the 21. Doyle leaves the pocket, becomes a runner, gets hit out of bounds, so it's a personal foul. He gets the 10 yards that he gained, plus
half the distance
to the goal, and on a personal foul, I guess it's not a first down. Coach is not arguing, so it's going to be 4th down. And we've got to get to about the 1 yard line is what it looks like. So 44 seconds to go. And we send in Leighton Zarnecki. I'm going to have to ask on that one. We have Coach Groves in front of us. I'm going to ask him about that penalty at halftime. Ball is down. Kick is up.
Looks good.
Kick is good. So a 23-yard field goal by Leighton Zarnecki makes it LaVille 13 and Winamac 0.
In high school, there's only automatic first down, any roughing penalty, and forward pass interference.
Okay.
15-yard personal foul is not an automatic first down.
Okay. Steve Cox just pulling out the old Google, doing the old looking up.
Personal foul and automatic first down. No.
Okay.
Read it there, boss.
Here we go. So here's the play. In high school, there's only an automatic first down on any roughing penalty and a forward pass interference. A 15-yard personal foul is not an automatic first down, as well as unsportsmanlike conduct, holding, etc. Okay, thanks for clarification on that, Coach Cox. The Lancers pick up 3, and there's 38 seconds to go.
For Winamac, Clayton Zarnecki will pick off for the Lancers.
I learned a new rule tonight, or learned a little bit more about that rule tonight. So Winamac's going to get the football. Let's see if this is a touchback. It is. That's his 11th of the season. So 1st and 10, Winamac at the 20-yard line. Interesting. I mean, is Winamac just going to kind of run a running play here to see what they get, Alexis? And if they don't get much, then let the clock run out? Is that what you're thinking? Or you think they're going to throw it and go for it?
If I was them, I'd just take the knee and just go straight to the locker room and definitely talk about what they need to change.
Townsend under center. Snap. Handoff straight up the middle.
Nothing. Student, Martin.
A whole host of Lancers. Betch is there. Yeah, the entire defensive line. And that's going to be the clock. Nope. Is Winamac going to come up? They are going to come up.
2nd down and 10.
So no gain, 2nd and 10. There's a pass. Incomplete. Now see, this is interesting to me. This whole series, I mean, if you're going to let the clock run out, you know, you're going to let the clock run out. I guess I get that part.
You know, if I was them, I would have just ran that first play and just let the clock run out.
I mean, you try to run the ball up the middle, and then generally, you know, something's going to end up happening that's going to dictate whether or not you're going to call a timeout and try to go down the field or just let the clock run out, and then they try to pass. Here's Compton. Compton hands the ball off to Fox. Fox is going to pick up a couple. We're down to 5 seconds.
And that's going to be half.
Nobody calls a timeout, and we're at halftime. So LaVille takes a 13-0 lead on a touchdown and a couple of Leighton Zarnecki field goals. 13-0. Alexis and I will be back to start the second half. You get to enjoy the band and some introductions here and a couple of timeouts. We'll take a 2-minute timeout right now. Once again at halftime, it's LaVille 13 and Winamac 0. You're listening and watching to LaVille Lancer football on LVH1.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Freeman, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
A crisp October evening. A stadium filled with fans. A pass thrown. A journey completed. State of euphoria? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community. A crisp October evening. A stadium filled with fans. A pass thrown. A journey completed. State of euphoria?